car hoons closer than you have ever been before. Tonight, we're undercover with drivers in their modified machines who use public roads as drag strips. We're also with police trying to stop the madness.
The potential for harm is huge.
These guys have been given the order to move along. They're gathering in a public place, which is illegal.
Right, we're following a stolen vehicle into your patch.
That car was obviously set up for drifting, had no back seat.
He's not convinced because he is an officer of the law.
I'm sorry,
oh, this is sick!
The noise out here is insane. Cars and motorbikes whizzing past at lightning speed. It's easy to forget that we're actually on a public road and not a racetrack.
It's fast and it's furious. But this is no Hollywood blockbuster. This is happening every night on suburban streets around Australia. No respect for the roads or their own safety.
I can't see any explanation why you would place yourself at that level of risk.
Out of control and so often out of their minds. The consequences can be catastrophic.
They don't understand that while they're having fun, they're a split second away from ruining lives.
Tonight, we expose the secretive world of Australia's hoons. For more than a month, the current affair has been embedded with a gang. For the first time, we've infiltrated their covert late-night gatherings and exclusive internet groups. Undercover, we've seen it all, recording their details as well as their ridiculously dangerous behaviour.
It's up to you guys to, start showing a bit of common sense.
Then we join police on patrol.
They're endangering themselves, they're endangering the public, and they will get caught.
As they work to bust these joyriders intent on causing trouble.
Had we looked any further under the bonnet, we would have seen strut braces across the top of the engine just to make it a bit firmer, a bit stiffer.
So here for one thing and one thing only?
Yes, he would have been drifting.
Dealing with attitude not just from the cars, but also from those behind the wheel. It's late on a Friday night and I'm sitting in a car that doesn't look out of place with the hotted up vehicles screeching past. For safety reasons, we can't identify the car or the person who's been taking me out to these top secret gatherings. They're organised via text message or online through Facebook pages like this one. But to access them, you need to be given permission from an administrator.
In terms of a policing response, because it's so mobile, it's hard to actually put our finger on where it's likely to be at any one time.
Thanks to our insider, A Current Affair knows exactly where these hoons are meeting. And what we've witnessed is nothing short of shocking. Here in Melbourne's Docklands, cars spin out of control to a captive audience. Watch as this car does a burnout just outside a CBD hotel, packed with international visitors. It's a spectator sport. At one meet, I witnessed close to 100 people.
What's going on, bro? How you doing, mate?
Is this the biggest the group will get normally?
Yeah. This is the biggest. This is probably the biggest.
This is probably, pretty big.
And like any busy event, there are snacks on offer too. Look at this long line of souped up vehicles queuing at this KFC, getting ready for a night of hooning. fast food and even faster cars. Street racing, donuts, motorbikes performing the sort of stunts that should only ever be left to trained professionals.
Absolutely terrifying. You know, as I look at this now, they're passing cars at speed on one wheel. It's terrifying behaviour.
Superintendent Russell Barrett from Victoria Police.
The danger to the public is significant on public roads where people are just going about their daily business from point A to point B in transport. To have people behaving in this manner is just extraordinary.
My accident was in a 60 zone, and the way the bike was responding, it would have sped up quickly, and the police estimate my speed was around about 100 kilometres an hour.
James Thompson knows only too well the dangers of risky behaviour on the road. He's lucky to be alive.
I was young, had a fast bike that responded really well to me.
He was thrown off his bike after he slammed into a car while speeding through a yellow light.
And I flew 3 stories in the air. My bike catapulted up and wedged seat first into the rear of the car.
The price for James of reckless riding has left him permanently scarred.
My brain was bleeding in 3 different places. My left eye had popped and it's now a glass eye. I had a punctured throat, I had broken teeth, I had a broken collarbone, broken shoulder blade. I had 4 broken ribs, a punctured and deflated lung. My right hand had been folded back to my elbow and the bones were all sticking out of my arm, just beaten up and bloodied all over. Mum actually forced everyone around the back of the bed and forced everyone to smile. She was determined to have one last family photo, so that's how close to not being here I was.
It's a constant battle for our officers at war with these adrenaline junkies. A current affair went on patrol with leading senior constable Darren Bernard. We soon arrive at a suburban industrial area and what we find is a tyre graveyard.
It rips the tyres up.
Yep, that's their goal. Proper set of tyres.
All over the road are the twisted, torn-up remains of rubber, the result of behaviour like this. Notice the sparks. That's what they want, to finish a burnout on just the rims of their vehicle's wheels.
As you can see, that's a tyre carcass.
Yeah, what's left of a tyre, yeah.
And you'll see the whole place is littered with it. You can see they've just been doing their donuts and going round and round and round and round.
You'd never think that these used to be tyres.
We've been here some days and you'll see, the tyre debris stuck on the cycling mesh fence all the way around. Rubbish from, cans of alcohol, bottles.
A couch even sometimes?
Yeah, couch. I'll set up a couch in the summertime so they can sit back and watch it all in comfort.
Hoons carry a spare set in the boot or someone else will bring them to the meet.
What I'd say to them though is if they are vehicle proud and they are investing large amounts of money into their vehicle, they're doing their vehicles no good by actually behaving in this manner. They're actually, wrecking their vehicles.
These industrial areas are considered perfect for donuts.
The roads are generally a little bit wider, they're a bit newer, and they're very quiet and isolated at night, so this behaviour can go undetected, and I think that's why they're attracted to it. They think they're away from an area where they might be observed.
While undercover, we witnessed this display. A large crowd watching on, standing just centimetres from death, all for a cheap thrill.
And then you'd have that huge fear of the people standing here watching as these cars spin out of control.
Yep. Well, we've seen pedestrians all the way around the bowl of the court. On look, there's people watching it and probably encouraging the behaviour.
Why is it so hard to stamp this sort of behaviour out?
The manner in which they're planned makes it very difficult to police because it's mobile, so it only takes a short period of time for a series of text messages to move and move the event from one place to another location.
Superintendent Barrett wants Hoons to know they could face criminal charges and they could have their car taken off them.
We're impounding more and more vehicles annually in Victoria, so the risk to them of losing their vehicle, which ultimately I think is their pride and joy, is significant. If they're caught, we will impound their vehicle and they will lose it.
Back on patrol, and as we're getting into the car, word comes over the radio that a stolen vehicle has crossed into our area.
We're following a stolen vehicle into your patch on the Dandenong bypass, just approaching just after the Chandler Road. There's two vehicles travelling together. One is listed as stolen.
Eventually, we catch up with police.
Barney, what's going on here? Clearly a lot of action.
Yeah, there was a bit of action. There was a pursuit involving a stolen vehicle just here, the BMW. It was pursued down the highway and he's made attempts to ram the police vehicles.
While our cameras are there, two of the alleged offenders are captured and arrested. One was bitten by a police dog. Another teenager was later arrested and charged. The fourth remains on the run.
As we speak, what we're here for tonight, what you guys are out for tonight, the Hoons are performing for us, so we're hoping to head there very shortly.
Let's get there.
All right.
With police, we head to a nearby industrial estate.
Clearly some activity here that the police have been notified about. They're just checking it out now.
Someone has called 000 reporting Hoon behaviour.
What are you guys doing here tonight?
Kicking back, bro. Just meeting up with the
Having
boys.
a cigarette? Having a cigarette.
They deny they've been hooning.
Never doing anything illegal. We're just this friendly and that. Everyone's just parked normally.
They claim they just gather here in the middle of the night with their cars to hang out.
Twice a week, maybe? Twice a week?
3 times a week, maybe.
Just depends.
Constable Bernard suspects the group has been performing burnouts.
You know, you're causing a bit of unrest.
Yeah.
And, you know, I wasn't born last night.
Yeah.
Someone's been doing skids because we got the job for it.
Sorry?
Someone's been here doing skids because we got the job for it.
The group shows no respect. One even suggests they're only being targeted because they're Lebanese.
Like you said, he's not convinced because he is an officer of the law. If he sees a bunch of Arabs... I'm sorry, but hey, 90% of us here are Lebanese. I'm just saying, but...
I'm looking at the cars. So I'm looking at the cars, not the person driving the car. I expect us to simply move on to another location. But you know, we know most of the locations, so hopefully we'll be able to cut them off there too.
James knows how close he came to losing everything. He now has a wife and young daughter.
Every day now is precious.
Not everyone is so lucky.
They don't understand the consequences, and if they were to injure someone or worse, they need to live that. That's a life sentence.
It is, and we've handed over all of that undercover video to police.